Okay, welcome to this section, this training series of AutoCAD. In this class, we're going to look at how we can do sectioning in AutoCAD. You already know how to do your floor plan, architectural floor plan, and then you know how to do the elevation, and we're going to look at the sectioning, right? So this is a floor plan. Let's use this floor plan as an example. At the course of this training, we are using a different plan for every stage of the assignment, so the training, so that you can have a different understanding of any of this plan that you'll be using. Okay, so that you'll not be restricted to a particular plan only. Okay, so this is a section. Okay, we have cut a section like this, and then we have also used okay, as I say, we have cut a section. All right, so we are going to use trim, okay, so that we can trim the parts that we are not using. So based on this section, we're supposed to be looking at the up side. Okay, so we are going to look at up. Okay, so based on that, I'm going to trim out the down part of the building or the plan. Okay, so I'll use my trim, and then I'll trim so that I can now delete some. Okay, so I'll trim all this. I'll trim, alright, so I can now delete them. Okay, if you can see, I can delete them, and also delete this one. Okay, can delete all this. Okay, so you see. Alright, so we have our cut section. Alright, now if you look at it now, we're going to project what we are seeing. Alright, the same approach you use for your elevation, that's what you are going to use for your sectioning, but just that what you are going to see now is going to be what is inside. That is at the position where you cut it, and then the view where you are looking at when you do the cutting. Alright, so this is where we are looking at. That's why I cut out the other side. So I'll pick my construction line, then I'm projecting this line because I'm seeing this wall that we cut. Alright, then I can highlight it and copy it, and then I can be able to project out all the things that I'm seeing. This line is not a wall, so I don't need to show it. Okay, so here we are going to see this door. Alright, there's a door here that is going to be visible to us, and then I'm going to see this wall as well. Okay, and then I'm going to see this door. Okay, I'm going to see this door, then I'm going to see this wall that we cut here. Okay, I'm going to see it, and then I'm going to see this wall as well because we cut this wall, and then I'm going to see this wall. Okay, so I've projected and then this wall, there's a window here, right? So we put that into consideration, and some places that we have doors. Alright, so I've done my projection. Alright, I've projected all the lines that is needed, so I'll just carry my normal line and cross anywhere that will be visible as far as I offset my 3000, and it can enter. Alright, so which is the height of a building, the standard of what we are doing. So I'll click on offset, and then I'll first of all offset the 3000. So I'll set from here to here. So this is my 3000 here. Okay, so I'll set my 3000, right? Okay, then the next one is to offset the level of the door and the window height, right? So I'll offset 900. Let's use 900. So I'll set from here to here. That's where window is starting from, and from up here down, right? Okay, so I'll pick my trim, then I'll remove this line. Okay, I don't need them. I don't need this because it's a wall. Alright, so here I don't need this. Okay, I don't need this as well, but we have a door here, so I'll remove this door. Okay, I'll remove this as well, then I'll remove this. Okay, Then I have a wall here. I will still remove this wall because I don't need it. Okay, I have this. I don't need this. I'll remove this because we have a door here, so I'll remove this as well. And then we have a wall here, so I'll remove this. There's nothing here, so we only show this wall, and then there's nothing here as well. And then I will remove this. Okay, we have a window here, so I'll remove this, and then I'll remove this. So I can highlight, automatically remove all these ones down here. Okay, and then I'll remove the up one as well. Okay, so we have our section. All right, so I can delete this away, so I can bring it down, possibly highlight it and shift it down, so that because I don't need any much information from the floor plan again. All right, remove this line. So now the next one is our concrete fascia. Right, this is going to be part of our designs as well. So I'll click on offset, and then let's say the height of our fascia board, either concrete fascia or normal fascia board. Let's use normal fascia board. We are going to offset the if. So if is 600. So I'll click here, offset to this side. I'll click here and offset to this side. All right. So I'll click on trim, and then I can remove this. I remove this. I remove this. I remove this, and I can remove all these ones. Okay. All right. So then the next one is for us to look at our foundation. So I'll pick offset. Okay, I'll click on offset. Let's say 1000. Okay, now the depth of this foundation is going to be based on an assumption. Normally, the depth of the foundation is specified by the engineer on site based on the nature of the soil, as far as we don't do soil tests and the rest. So, but we are going to do the design. All right, so it based on the depth that you want, the site engineer is following. You can now use they can now use your design. Okay. All right, so I'll set 900. Sorry, I'll set 1000. So I'll click extend. Let me use extend so I can extend all the wall down to that level. All right, I'll set all the walls. All right, so that is fine. Then I'll go to my offset again. Alright, I'll go to my offset, and then I'll type that is the blinding, right? Let's say we use 150 as our blinding. So I'll set 150 up. Alright, then I'll set another 225 to both sides for allowance for excavation, allowance, or foundation trench allowance. Alright, so we have set 225 because the block work thickness is already 225, so we have set 225. Okay, so I've done that, so I'll click trim so I can remove all these away. Okay, don't need this as well. So take your time and do your necessary arrangement or trimming. Make sure you understand it so that you not go and trim the lines that are needed. Okay, so okay, I remove this, I remove this, I remove this, I remove this, and then I remove this. Okay, so that is fine. So I can click on these lines, all these double lines, and then I'll remove them. Okay, so I've removed the line. All right, so you see we have our foundation. The next one is still on the foundation. I'll click offset, and then I'll set 150, which is the reinforced concrete. All right, that is the slab, okay, the concrete slab. Then I'll possibly reinforced or non-reinforced. So I'll click on offset again, then I'll type 300 for hardcore. So I'll set hardcore 300. Alright, so I'll pick my trim, then I'll remove this. Okay, I'll remove this as well. I'll remove the inside line. I'll remove this one here because this is the floor. That's the concrete floor, right? So it has to pass through even the wall, right? So we'll adjust it. So you see that this one, you cut the wall and everything fill into. But this is the hardcore. Okay, this is the German floor. This is the hardcore. Alright, so everything is okay. So I think I need to extend this line. Then I'll remove this one. This is fine. Alright. So having adjusted this, then you know that you have done with your foundation. The only thing is just for you to hatch it with maybe a hardcore or the hardcore sign and then the concrete floor sign. Alright. So let's go to the, so that is how, and then it contains other details, like every details about the foundation, like the details of the foundation, as I said, the statement about the depth of the foundations and all that. Alright, so you take your time possibly and prepare all the necessary details so that we can go to the roof. So let's go to the roof. Right, if you look at this design of the roof, you understand, you know that this actually made at a point. So I'll target the center of the wall. Okay. Alright, so I'll draw my line, which is 3000, depending on the height, because this is where we specify the height of our roof. So 3000, and then I'll end it here. Okay, and then I'll pick another line, and then I end it here as well. Okay, so having done that, alright, so I'll pick my offset. Let's assume this is a king post, right? So let's assume the other post is we want it at the interval of 1200, so I'll offset 1 to this side. Okay, I'll set 1 to this side. So alright, so I'll pick offset again, or before the other offsets I'll pick my sorry, let me use trim and then remove all this one. Okay, I'll remove this. Okay, alright, so I'll pick my line again and then I'll join them. Okay, alright, so I'll end it like this. Okay, the next one is this is a line and I want to make it the size of the wood. So let's assume I'm using a wood of 50, which is half, that is 100 mm, so I'm using 50 as half. So I'll set 50 here. Okay, and then I'll set 50 here. Alright, so that gives us 100 mm. I'll set another 50 here. I'll set 50 here. I'll set another 50 here. So I'll set 50. Okay, let me offset 50 up here. Then I'll offset 50 down here. Here. Offset this. 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 Alright, so I can leave this. Okay, and I'll offset this. Okay, so having done that, then I'll pick my I'll trim this. Actually, I'll delete this center line. I'll delete the center line. Okay, so I erase it. I'll leave the center line of this one because I'm going to use it for when we want to mirror this. Right, but before I do the mirroring, let me trim a line to meet this the standard we want. So I'll trim this. So from here I'll remove all this line. Okay. Then I'll remove this as well. I'll remove this so that let the wall join, right? So I'll remove this as well. I'll do the same thing here. So I'll remove this. 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 And I'll remove this. 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 This has to be on top of this one. So I'll remove this. Okay. Okay. So I'll remove this. So it says that this should be on top here. So I'll remove this. Remove this. Remove this. Remove this. So, alright, so I think this is fine. Going to remove this as well. So now I'm going to highlight this. Right, so I'll go to, okay, so I'll go to my mirror, then I'll mirror it at this point. Okay, so I mirror, so you see I target the center, right? I target the center of the line, so that is the one I use to mirror it. Do you want to erase source? No, I want both of them to stay. So at this point now I can remove this line. So you see. So I'll now trim this side as well to meet up with what we want. So I'll remove this. So down, we have to remove the down one also, as it affects what we have trimmed. Okay. So I'll remove all these ones. So we have this. So this is how you do your roof. That is your roof section as well. And then you can be able to level every details about your roof, your ceiling and everything. Okay, and then after that you do your hashing, like as I say, you put hash to this like hardcore. If you search, let's say if I search this, let's say I can decide to use this for my concrete. So I'll put it here. Okay, you see. So if okay, I can change it to any color I want to. Alright, so I believe you know how to do this before from our the tools, the basic tools of using the hashing. Then after that, I'll go back to hash again for my hardcore. So let's say, so I use hardcore. So I use that as an hardcore. Okay, but I can under the scale, let's say I use 20, and then I enter. So I think the 20 is fine. So if the 20 is fine, then I'll continue applying them. Okay, so I'll apply. Then I enter. So I have my hardcore. Alright, so this is how you produce your section in AutoCAD. Thank you very much. So you have to do all the necessary details of writing all the information that is added here. Right, the sectioning, information about the foundation, and the information about the roof details. And then after that, you can now dimension the height of your building. Very important. Okay, so this is, so from here, so if I take it from here to this, to give us the size that we want, that is not the 3000. I want us to get the exact 3000. So we're supposed to target this place. So I will offset again from here to this side. So give us the 3000. That is the height. Alright, you can just at the same time show the height of the roof as well. So from here to the other height. Alright, so that is the 3000 that we use. You can also add for the window, the height of your window, and every other details that it's supposed to. So use your basic understanding of even your if. You can put it here. Alright, so if you want to show your concrete fascia as well, or your fascia board, you can give all the information from here so that they know the height of what your drawings. So that is how you do your section in AutoCAD. Thank you very much and see you in our next class.